This evening, Georgetown City Council dismantles vendors' stalls around Demico House following a High Court order. Get the latest on the operation, displays vendors' concerns, and the broader effort to enforce bylaws and address business issues. Next up, Short Boss charged with stabbing death of a 52-year-old. Explore the details of the incident, Short Boss court appearance, and the remand to prison as investigations continue. Then, the government uplifts living standards in Ling Avenue, with 32 households receiving vouchers for home improvements. Hear from beneficiaries, Minister Colin Crowell, and the success of the housing program in providing affordable solutions. Also, police investigate the alleged murder of Ricardo Bailey in Bagatstown, East Bank, Demerara, following an altercation at Andy's Bar. They updated on the tragic incident, examination findings, and ongoing efforts to apprehend the suspect. And later, in Brazil, protests erupt over long-awaited land reforms, with activists criticizing President Lula da Silva's effort. Get insights into the grievances driving the protests and the challenges facing land reform initiatives. Welcome to this broadcast of Channel 2's Headline News Update for April 30th, 2024. I'm Bibi Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. First up, on Sunday, the Georgetown City Council dismantled and removed vendor stalls around Demico House, Cornhill, and Crowell Streets, following a High Court order obtained by Banks DIH Limited. City officials, including the city engineers and town clerk, oversaw the operation alongside law enforcement. Despite receiving compliance notices, some vendors, deeply rooted in their businesses and fearing the loss of their livelihoods, refused to vacate the area. Displaced vendors on Monday expressed concerns over their livelihoods, with one cook lamenting the loss of daily income. The removal of vendors stemmed from complaints by businesses, including Banks DIH, about decreased sales and sanitation issues. Vendors removed from outside of Demico House follows closely on the heels of the removal of vendors from Munishwar's Limited building on Water Street. The removal of these vendors are a reflection of a broader effort to enforce bylaws and address business concerns. In other news, police in Regional Division 4B are investigating a tragic incident that occurred on Sunday, April 28 around 9 p.m., resulting in the alleged murder of Ricardo Bailey, a 38-year-old laborer from Bagatstown, East Bank, Demerara. The incident took place at Andy's Bar on Norton Street, Bagatstown, where an altercation escalated into a fight between Bailey and a 28-year-old male from the same area. During the scuffle, the suspect reportedly drew a knife and fatally stabbed Bailey multiple times before fleeing the scene. Despite efforts by bystanders to assist Bailey, he was pronounced dead upon arrival at the Diamond Diagnostic Center. The examination of Bailey's body revealed 5 stab wounds. Currently, Bailey's body is awaiting a post-mortem examination at the Memorial Guard mortuary, while the suspect remains at large. Investigations into the incident are ongoing. Moving on, in an update to a story we reported on last Thursday, 34-year-old Rolette Rowley, also known as Short Boss, a father of 2, was charged with the stabbing death of 52-year-old Sean George when he appeared at the Georgetown Magistrates Court on Monday, April 29. Rowley appeared before Chief Magistrate Sheldon Isaacs Marcus, where the charge was read to him. He was not required to enter a plea to the indictable charge and was remanded to prison. The incident occurred on Wednesday, April 24th, around 5 p.m. in front of a grocery shop at St. Square, East Rheinfeld. Reports indicate that George was sitting at the grocery shop when Rowley, passing on a motorcycle, provoked him with derogatory remarks. A heated exchange ensued, leading to a physical confrontation that escalated into a scuffle. During the altercation, Rowley allegedly stabbed George multiple times, inflicting severe injuries. George, wielding a piece of wood in defense, striking Rowley on the left shoulder. Despite this, Rowley allegedly stabbed George again before fleeing the scene. George succumbed to his wounds while undergoing treatment at the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation. Rowley will return to court on May 30th, 2024 for further proceedings. Stick around when we return. Government extends housing support for residents at Ling Avenue, and Diamond to Craig 4-lane highway nears completion, promising relief from traffic rules.
This Mother's Day, celebrate in style and give mom the chance to win big. Simply top up with $1,000 or more for a chance to be one of 5 lucky winners of a brand new, fully stocked French door fridge with groceries worth over $550,000 each. One winner will be selected weekly from April 5th to May 9th. Start topping up today. Digicel, the network for everyone, everywhere.
Good girl, forget things.
What's the problem, Granny?
I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road, Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
TikToker followers, here's credit. And today, all we will be making Chinese noodles with peppies, chow mein, chicken fritters, and spice cake. For the noodles, all these will be using peppies, black pepper, cashew,
Chinese sauce, soy sauce, garlic sauce, paprika, Chinese seasoning, chow mein seasoning, five spice, and all-purpose seasoning.
Next, this chicken that we marinated, soaked for all you wanna know nothing, with peppies, green seasoning, miracle seasoning,
Pepper sauce, chicken seasoning, paprika, garlic powder, jerk seasoning, black pepper, onion powder, and ginger powder, and document plantain flour, and then this butter we make with this quick piece powder, and we
boil in high. We serve with peppies, barbecue sauce. Radhika went to the supermarket and she papa buy up enough things. She feels she alone can cook, but she routine even wrong. She shaped like a guy in a map.
Peppies has a wide range of ingredients available at supermarkets nationwide. Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
Furnishing your home or office has never been easier. Here at Kissoon's, our inventory of locally made and imported furniture, offered at amazing prices, will leave you wanting more. From vinyl, floor rugs and carpets, bedroom, dining and living room sets, mattresses, pillows, office desk, chairs and filing cabinets, outdoor benches and tables. We have a piece of furniture for every room imaginable in your home or office. Check out our flagship store at Industrial Site Rijnveld or one of our branches in New Amsterdam, Port Morant, Riverton and Camp Street. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 50 years.
Sneakily with a gift of sight from Modern Optical Services. Let our professional team examine and prescribe what's best for your eyes. Common smiles make fashionable faces. See us for a full line of optical services, including brand name and prescription eyewear. Modern Optical Services, 316 Mill Street, Georgetown. Telephone 226-1082.
Welcome back. The 4-lane highway construction from Diamond to Craig on the east bank of the Demerara is on track to finish by year-end, offering relief from traffic congestion. Minister Colin Crowell revealed this in a recent interview, noting that $11 billion in contracts were awarded in November 2023 for the project. Divided into 12 lots, it includes asphalted concrete roads, reinforced concrete bridges, and roundabouts for smoother traffic flow. Additional projects extend the road network, including plans for Craig to Land of Canaan and Soosdyke. These efforts aim to enhance accessibility and socio-economic opportunities. Over $25.2 billion has been invested in road infrastructure since 2020. On a different note, the government continues its effort to uplift living standards in Ling Avenue, Georgetown, as 32 more householders receive vouchers worth $250,000 each, along with an additional $100,000 for labor expenses. Minister of Housing and Water Colin Crowell led the distribution at St. Pius Primary School on Monday, April 29th. Beneficiaries expressed gratitude for the assistance, citing plans to repair roofs, walls, windows, and other essential areas. Minister Kroll highlighted the program's success. He noted that over $31.5 million has been invested in vouchers to date, benefiting 122 households. Minister Kroll further reiterated that the housing program ensures that persons from all sections of society have access to affordable housing solutions. In July 2023, Vice President Dr. Barry Jaglio announced the $50 million house improvement program for residents of Ling Avenue and Yarrow Dam. Don't go away after the break. Kenya Dam collapses, at least 169 killed following devastating floods, and Elon Musk meets China's number 2 official in Beijing.
Not a single bar of service.
Not with us. Digicel officially has the best mobile coverage in Guyana. Ookla, the company behind Speed Test, recognizes Digicel as the network with the best mobile coverage in Guyana. Be it in Aishalton or in Etteringban, we got you covered.
Digicel, the award-winning network for everyone, everywhere.
Welcome to Fortune Investment Company, your #1 eco-friendly cleaning and janitorial company in Guyana. At Fortune Investment Company, we specialize in commercial and residential cleaning. Whether it's your home or office, our experienced team is detailed focused and take pride in providing excellent services to make your spaces sparkle. Restaurants and kitchen cleaning? Aren't you tired of hearing your chef complain? Keep your culinary spaces spotless and hygienic with our dedicated maintenance services. Floor scrubbing and polishing? Elevate the look of your home or business. Give your floors a new lease on life with our professional scrubbing and polishing. But that's not all. We also offer power washing and steam cleaning. Say goodbye to dirt and moss. Our power washing services will leave your surfaces looking brand new. Revitalize your carpets, mattresses, and chairs with our thorough steam cleaning services. When you want someone to clean your space with care and without the unhealthy chemicals, you want Fortune Investment Company. Call us now at 646-0405 or 689-7558 or 639-6365 or visit us at 3430 Jacksonville Housing Scheme, North Rumville, to schedule your cleaning and janitorial services. Visit our business pages at Fortune Investment Company to learn more about our services and promotion. Fortune Investment Company, where cleanliness meets perfection, because a clean space is a happy space. And remember, we do the dirty works while you stay clean.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny? I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again. Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Sneakily with a gift of sight from Modern Optical Services. Let our professional team examine and prescribe what's best for your eyes. Common smalls make fashionable faces. See us for a full line of optical services, including brand name and prescription eyewear. Modern Optical Services, 316 Mill Street, Georgetown. Telephone 226-1082.
Furnishing your home or office has never been easier. Here at Kissoon's, our inventory of locally made and imported furniture, offered at amazing prices, will leave you wanting more. From vinyl, floor rugs and carpets, bedroom, dining and living room sets, mattresses, pillows, office desk, chairs and filing cabinets, outdoor benches and tables. We have a piece of furniture for every room imaginable in your home or office. Check out our flagship store at Industrial Site Rijnveld or one of our branches in New Amsterdam, Port Morant, Riverton and Camp Street. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 50 years.
Welcome back. Now we take a look at what's happening in the region and around the world. In a significant legal proceedings, a magistrate's court in Bahamas is set to decide the fate of a man accused of threatening to kill Prime Minister of Bahamas, Philip Davis, last year. Isaac Roberts allegedly made threatening calls to the Central Police Station on February 8, 2023, demanding the release of the leader of the Coalition of Independence, Lincoln Bain, from custody. The prosecution revealed that Roberts warned of dire consequences if Bain wasn't freed, leading to his arrest later that day. Roberts admitted to making the call, but suggested that others might act on the threat due to ongoing protests. The court awaits a verdict on May 8 as Roberts opted not to testify or call witnesses during the trial. In Brazil, anger over long-expected land reform has seen a wave of protests. Activists from the landless workers movement says President Lula da Silva has not done enough. Al Jazeera's Monica Yannicke reports.
Brazil demanding land. Protests mark the 40th anniversary of the longest-standing agrarian reform movement in Latin America's largest country. Since the beginning of April, members of the Landless Workers Movement, or the MST, have organized 30 land occupations in 13 states, establishing camps like this one.
We are doing our duty, pressuring the government to enforce our rights. Brazil's democratic constitution stipulates that unproductive land should be expropriated and distributed to those who need it, so they can grow food and not go hungry.
This land, 300 kilometers away from the city of Rio de Janeiro, used to be a sugarcane plantation. Now the old church serves as the community kitchen. Jaqueline Almeida says she had nowhere to go after her family was evicted. She hopes to build her new home here.
The government has responded by announcing it would invest over $100 million to settle 73,000 families by the end of the year. But activists from the Landless Workers Movement say it's not enough.
Inequality remains a pressing issue in Brazil. Nearly half of the country's arable land is controlled by just 1% of agricultural holdings, and the farm lobby wields significant power in Congress. Its representatives have accused the leftist government of siding with squatters and have proposed a bill allowing the police to expel them without a judicial warrant.
We believe in property rights, and therefore we understand that the laws in Brazil should be strengthened in a way to, not allow this kind of movements to happen.
People like Reni da Silva argue that Brazil has enough wealth to accommodate both the haves and the have-nots like herself. She spent 3 years in a camp similar to the one she is now helping build before settling into her current home. Today, she earns a living by selling organic fruits and vegetables at the local market. Monica Yannicke of Al Jazeera, Campos dos Goitacazes, Brazil.
Internationally, the Kenyan government says the death toll from a month of flooding has reached at least 169 people. Thousands of people are displaced and many others are missing. Al Jazeera's Malcolm Webb reports.
It takes hours of searching the lethal muddy torrent to find each body. Those recovered are the latest victims in flooding that's killed dozens of people here in Kenya and hundreds across East Africa. It was too much for this woman when she discovered her cousin was one of them. On Sunday, people were trying to get to and from the town of Garissa by boat. The Tana River's burst its banks nearby and submerged the main road. This boat didn't make it. Several people are still missing. More than 20 have been rescued alive. They were taken to a nearby hospital.
Those who knew how to swim were luckier. I don't know how to swim, so I had to hold on to somebody who does. We were dragged by the water until we were stopped by a truck, where I waited until I was rescued.
This is the truck. It was the last vehicle to try and cross here on the road. It also didn't make it. The floods have cut off transport networks and displaced hundreds of thousands of people across the region. Weeks of torrential rainfall much of it in the highlands of central Kenya, have flowed down to this hydroelectric dam, overfilling its reservoir.
The managers say the level's about 2 metres above what it's designed for. That's why all this water's gushing into the overflow channel, about 70 cubic metres a second, and all of it is flowing into the Tana River.
Downstream, it sweeps through the plains of eastern Kenya towards the Indian Ocean. Hundreds of thousands of people live in towns and villages along its banks. The government has said those at risk should move to higher ground.
We are having a cabinet meeting to be able to discuss on additional measures that my government is going to take to make sure that citizens who are victims of climate change, who today are suffering floods, they are suffering mudslides, are looked after.
The rain in the highlands is still filling the dams. There's more water on the way. Malcolm Webb, Al Jazeera, Masinga Dam, Kenya.
Finally, Tesla CEO Elon Musk has made a surprise visit to China to seek approval for autonomous driving software. Concerns about the automaker's growth has seen its stock price plunge 33% this year. Al Jazeera's Katrina Yu reports.
In China's fiercely competitive electric vehicle or EV industry, staying ahead of rivals is increasingly difficult. But that's exactly what Tesla CEO Elon Musk is trying to do.
It's good to see electric vehicles making progress in China. All cars will be electric in the future.
Musk began his surprise visit to China on Sunday, meeting Premier Li Qiang in Beijing. One of the world's richest men was reportedly here to discuss the rollout of Tesla's full self-driving software and ask for permission to transfer Chinese data to the US. Tesla has sold more than 1.7 million cars in China since entering the market a decade ago. The plant in Shanghai is its most productive and was the first to open outside the US in 2019. Chinese officials say the automaker is a successful example of Sino-US trade cooperation.
This is a typical intersection in Beijing full of cyclists, scooters, pedestrians and cars. Industry analysts say these complicated traffic conditions provide more scenarios for training autonomous driving programs at a faster pace compared to other locations.
Tesla has agreed a deal with Chinese company Baidu to access its mapping license on domestic roads. But it remains banned from military and some government compounds due to security concerns. The company has also been losing Chinese market share.
Many Chinese EV manufacturers are upending the traditional trade-off between cost and luxury. So they're offering luxury features, but also something that young Chinese call tech luxury.
Musk's visits coincides with the Beijing Auto Show, where Tesla is not participating. Chinese brands offer more affordable electric models, and the US-based company has had to slash prices to compete. Tesla is also facing pressure back in the US, where regulators are investigating the safety of its autopilot feature after it was allegedly involved in multiple fatal crashes. Falling sales are forcing management to cut 10% of its global workforce. It's hoped security approvals from Beijing will prop up Tesla's performance and give the EV giant a much-needed revenue boost. Katrina Yu, Al Jazeera, Beijing.
This brings us to the end of the regional and global news coverage. Up next is the 30 weather forecast. And that's Safe TV 2 Headline News for this Tuesday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to follow us on Facebook and YouTube. You can tune in tomorrow at 6:30 a.m. for a rebroadcast and on Thursday at 7 p.m. for more news. Until then, please take care of yourself and each other.